Hey there, I'm Andrea Reed. I am a fascial maneuvers coach in training with Human Garage. And today we are going to do some fascial maneuvers. If you've never heard what fascial maneuvers are before, let me share this with you. So fascia is so much more than the connective tissue that moves through our entire body. It's interconnected and woven within our muscles, our bones, our ligaments, and our organs. The one thing that can't be removed from the body, if you tried to cut it out, it's the fabric of everything that we are made of. It is also our structure. It's also the interconnectedness between all of us. And so by stimulating the fascia with one of our first fascial maneuvers that we're going to do called fascial coffee, we are going to wake up the fascia, increase our mental clarity, stimulate our whole system and all our meridians and all our organs, and have everything just like de-stress and work a little bit better. And so fascial maneuvers, as developed by Human Garage, are a way to help release stress and tension and trapped emotions from the body, but in a very simple way that takes less time. So the idea when we do fascial maneuvers is all about efficiency. It's all about less time, more efficient functional movement to help get the most release and to get the stress, tension, and trapped traumas out of our bodies. What can you expect in today's class? So if this is your first time ever doing fascial maneuvers, we do motion, counter motion or counter rotation, breath, and we use that to create more space in the body, because the body is intelligent and can heal itself when we create the space within it for it to do so. And so some people could feel tingly, lightheaded. You could feel pressure moving through your body. Maybe you notice like a tension pattern popping up that you didn't have before. As one area of your body releases tension, something else might come into your awareness. You may notice pressure releasing from different areas of the body. Burping, yawning, these are all perfectly normal responses. Sometimes even heat can release through doing the fascial maneuvers, shakiness, tingling, lightheadedness. So if that sounds exciting to you, like it is to me, let's get started. So we're going to start with fascial coffee. And so these are very light movements on the body. We're going to be gliding over the skin through the different meridians of the body. And if you're already familiar with Chinese medicine, these meridians this is going to be a little bit different than maybe what you're already used to. If you're coming here for the first time and meridians are brand new to you, then just enjoy the experience and you can see how you feel in your body, which is always the invitation. So we're going to start by working with, I always like to think of it like if you've had lymphatic massage too. It's very, very light strokes on the body. So we're going to start with the upper body with the arms, and we're going to move in one direction, going upward. So taking your right hand and just rub lightly going up the inside of your arm. And that is stimulating the lung meridian. And we're going to go back down the outside of the arm, which is stimulating the large intestine meridian, both of which work with the emotion of grief. So we're going to do that 3 times together. Here we go. Going up and down, 2 and 3. And then working with the heart meridian, we're going to start with the pinky finger also on that left side, going all the way down the inside of the arm, down the ribs. Okay, so we're going to go 1, 2, and 3. And then just like take a little, I do my chicken wings, take a little walk around and see how you feel. And again, working with grief and working with the lungs and the heart. I'm actually noticing I can get more oxygen in on that left side. So let's do the right side. And we're going to go up the inside of the arm, down the outside of the arm 3 times, 2, almost like a fluid movement. My shoulder just corrected, and 3. Down the inside of the arm, the pinky, down the rib cage. 2 and 3. Okay. So now we've got a little bit more balance. Now we're going to work with the tops of the legs and the front of the legs. And so we're going to go from the rib cage all the way down to the tops of the toes. This is the stomach meridian. And so this is like our forward motion. Think about like if you desire something and you want to move forward. So I'm actually going to start tops of the ribs, and we're gonna go 3 times all the way down to the tops of the feet. Here we go. 1, 2, and 3. Now, what we can actually do is we can come, when we go all the way down, we can come back up the inside of the thighs, which is going to stimulate the gallbladder and liver meridians. So let's do that together. Just like we did the stomach, we're going to go all the way down. Now come back up the inside of the thighs all the way up to the pubic bone. We're going to do that 2 more times. 2 and 3. Good. Okay, so that's actually spleen and liver on the inside, and we're going to do gallbladder. My ankles are already clicking, so just giving my ankles a little rotation there. We're actually going to do gallbladder, which is the outside. So I said it was gallbladder and liver. It's actually spleen and liver. The gallbladder meridian runs from our toes all the way up through our body and all the way around. So if you want to do a quick test and see if your gallbladder needs a little attention, a little love, you can take your 4th and your 5th toe, your 5th toe being your pinky toe, and right in between those 2 toes, go 1 inch upward and just press in a little bit, and yup. Yes, so that is actually tender on me as well. So if you feel like it's tender, we'll do a little bit of gallbladder release here. We're actually going to get to the organ reset later on in this class, which will specifically work directly on the gallbladder. But we're starting out the class by stimulating all the organs and all the meridians. So what we're going to do for the gallbladder is we're going to start at the pinky toes, and we're going to swipe all the way up the sides of the body 3 times. Here we go. 1, 2, and 3. Now, when we do the backs of the legs, we've done the fronts, we've done the insides, we've done the outsides. Now let's do the backs of the legs. So we're going to start at the back of the heel and swipe up 3 times. I go all the way up to the lower back. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, that was our bladder meridian. So now we're actually going to clear the gallbladder at the lower back. Spleen, sorry. I get the spleen and the gallbladder mixed up. I don't know why. But here we are. We're going to do all of it. So we're all going to get taken care of. So lower back, we're going to swipe 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Back of the neck. 1, 2, 3. Good. So arms and legs, lower back, neck, and just roll around in your, I like to say roll around in your body, see how it feels. You may notice that the center of the body now needs a little attention. So we're going to start at the right hip, and we're going to go over to the left, up, over to the right, and down. And we're going to do that 3 times. And what this motion is doing, this is a counterclockwise rotation. So our digestion is always going in the same direction 24/7. Maybe we get a little break while we're sleeping. So that's always winding in one direction. So we just want to unwind it a little bit. So we're going over to the right, up, over, down, 2, 3. My stomach wants me to do it a little bit more, so I'm going to do it a couple more times. And if you are dealing with feelings of grief, or if you have a bit of a stomach ache and you need a little bit of extra support, it's something you can just do to self-soothe. And just imagine like teaching our kids, oh, my tummy hurts. If they're in school, you just like, can you just sit and rub your belly 3 times? Take a breath. Let it go and see how you feel in your body. It's so incredible. So now we're going to clear fear. And when I first heard about this movement over like forehead over the head, all I could think about was how when I was a little kid, my mom would do that at night in bed. She would stroke my forehead, and I do it with my kids too now. And it's like at nighttime, sometimes kids feel fear in the dark. So it's a natural instinctive thing that we were already doing, and now I know why. So we're going to swipe from the forehead to the back of the head 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Now we're going to still working with the gallbladder meridian. Remember, it started at the pinky toe, working all the way up. We're going to swipe the eyes back to the ears. 1, 2, 3. Working with the lungs from the nose to the ears. 1, 2, 3. Working with the large intestine down the jaw. 1, 2, 3. And then now we're going to swipe up the neck. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And that is large intestine as well as kidneys. Okay, so that is your fascial coffee. Take a moment. Let's walk together, checking in with the body and see how you feel. I'm releasing some pressure. I can definitely breathe in better. I feel like it's easier to expand and get breath. And I feel like tickly. I feel some heat releasing. More pressure releasing. And a quieter mind. So this is something you can do first thing in the morning when you wake up. It's also at adrenal o'clock, so that time between 2 and 3 when sometimes people feel they need to have a second coffee or their first, when the adrenals sometimes get a little bit tired, or if they're overworked, like in my case they were. You can do that anytime you need a little boost of energy. Okay, so now let's move on to, we're going to do swinger, pullover, and pretzel squat. And these are so great to work on either sides of the body, fascial maneuvers for both sides. So starting with swinger, this one is great if you are in a sport that uses only one side of the body. So like baseball, tennis, golf, that kind of stuff. But we're gonna do this on both sides of the body, and your invitation is to notice what you feel when we work on one side, and notice what's no longer there on that side and what you're feeling on the other side. Because when we can put attention on sensation in the body, that is like our superpower. It gives us all the tools we need in order to be pointed to where we can help ourselves. Ultimately, this is about providing you with tools to help you heal your body. So, starting with your feet hip width apart, we're going to start with swinger, and you're going to pull in your spinal pelvic lock. So pulling in your belly button to your spine, pulling up your pelvic floor like you're holding your pee. And we're going to come into a squat where your fingertips are just touching your knees. Take your right hand, place it on your left shoulder. With your left hand, you're going to grab just above the elbow, and I like to even rotate it a little bit, pull it down, lock it in place. Slowly come into a squat, turn your head to the left, rotate your upper body to the right. And you can bring that left elbow down towards your right knee, coming into more of a squat, and we're going to breathe together in through the mouth, out through the mouth. Breathe in. 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Awesome. Slowly come up. So what we're doing is we're pinning and locking this whole side of the body, creating that rotation, counter rotation, and opening up the left side. Let's just take a little walk and have that integrate. Whew. Notice how it feels in the body. Let's do the other side. Feet shoulder width apart or hip width apart. Spinal pelvic lock pulled in, so your belly button's pulled into your spine. Coming into a squat. Take your right hand, place it on your left shoulder. Left hand is going to grab just above the elbow. And you're going to slowly turn your head to the right, come into a squat, rotate your upper body to the left, bring that right elbow down towards that left knee, and let's breathe. 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Slowly come up. Let's take a walk with that one too. Whew. Sometimes if that's my first squat of the day, my legs feel just a little shaky. Just see what you notice. Okay, we're gonna work on pullover next. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling that whole body like goodness from the fascial maneuvers, from the fascial coffee. And now we're getting some targeted fascial maneuvers to release hips, shoulders, head, shoulders, knees, and toes, right? So coming into pullover, this really helps with creating a lot of openness on either side of the body. We'll do one side, then we'll do the other. It also helps with a lot of release from large intestine and kidneys. So I'm going to show you a little bit about this first, and then we'll do this together. So taking your right hand, we're going to place it on the left shoulder, and you're going to place it just kind of right here. And you're imagining a line that runs down. You're pulling the fascia up and around, okay? And once we have that, we'll do this together in a moment. You take the left hand and you're going to grab around the rib cage, and you're going to rotate that, pull that fascia around like this way, like that, okay? So let's do this together. Right hand over the left shoulder, grab the skin, pull it up and over. Take your left hand, grab it around your rib cage, pull that over towards you. Good. So you're going to lift that, feeling that already. Lift that left shoulder up a little bit, turn your head to the left, come into a little bit of a squat, breathe in through the mouth, squat down and bring your left shoulder, we're back up so you can see me better, left shoulder down to your right knee, exhale, and let's breathe together, in through the mouth, out through the mouth. Breathe in, 2, you can lean a little bit to the right and create more space, 3, 4, 5, whoo, it's getting warm, and 6. Slowly come up. I can feel the kidney fires releasing. And this is where, when I talked about at the beginning of class, sometimes we can feel a little lightheaded. Definitely feel that. Good stuff. Let's do the other side. Noticing my mind is getting quieter now too. It's beautiful. Okay. Go ahead and take the left hand. I'm going to go up and over with that right shoulder. Taking the right hand, wrapping it around your body, grabbing the ribs, and pulling those back around. Lift that left shoulder, breathe in through the mouth. Exhale as you come down into a squat. Turn your head to the left, rotate your body to the right. Bring that, you can even bring that left elbow down to that right knee, and let's breathe together. 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Slowly come back up. Feels good to give myself a hug in that way. Let's take a walk. Walking is the body's way to help assess. Like, the body's constantly assessing to see where it is in time and space, where it is as far as tension patterns exist. And so as we are walking to integrate, we've released stress from the body, and now the body is saying, oh, I noticed that I feel lighter, even if the mind hasn't picked up on it yet. It's constantly self-assessing. So our next one is pretzel squat. This is by far one of my favorite fascial maneuvers to do. We're going to stand with our feet hip width apart. If you're like me, you may be noticing a lot of heat coming up. So I'm allowing myself time and space to breathe through that as the heat comes up and releases. It's also part of that beautiful integration process. Okay. Feet are hip width apart. Spinal pelvic lock is pulled in. Take your right foot, take that heel and put it into the arch of the left foot. Move over here so I can get that step all the way in the camera. And you're going to step out to the right about 3 feet, still keeping that in that T position. Okay. Left hand is going to go out in front of you over to the right. Right hand is going to go back on your right glute, on your butt cheek, and you're just going to engage the rotation with your right hand and kind of bring that right elbow back a little bit. It's going to create more of a rotation. Now that we're here, I'm going to take this left hand, place it on the right shoulder. Right hand slides at the back, so the palm is facing outward. See my palm there? And the hand is in between the shoulder blades. We're going to slowly, so you're going to turn your head to the left, come down into a squat. Oh, this right shoulder needed this today. It's amazing. Feel a lot of tension in there. And we're going to breathe together 6 times, in through the mouth, out through the mouth. Breathe in. 2, 3, 4. Good. 5 and 6. Now we're going to swap positions with our arms. So right hand comes around, it goes on the left shoulder. Left hand goes around, palm faces out, up in between the shoulder blades. Slowly turn your head to the right, squat a little bit more, and breathe. 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Slowly come up. Let your arms drop. And let's walk. You can walk in a circle. You can walk in a figure 8 pattern. I'm actually going to walk in the opposite direction I normally go in a figure 8 pattern, just to exercise a different part of my brain. Notice how you feel in the body. It's kind of like if you're always interlocking your fingers the same way, when you walk a different way, just like try interlocking your fingers a different way. Feels weird, right? Okay, new neural pathways. Standing with our feet shoulder width apart or hip width apart, engaging the spinal pelvic lock, take your left foot, place it into the right heel, and take a step out about 3 feet apart, keeping that nice T shape. With your right hand, rotate around to the left. Left hand goes on the left glute. And as you engage that glute with the left hand, it creates a little bit more rotation in that way. Take this right hand, place it on your left shoulder. Left hand goes in between your shoulder blades, palm facing out. Rotate your head to the right. Come into a squat, and let's breathe. Like a pretzel. 2. Extra salt. 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay, now we're going to swap arms. So left hand goes on the right shoulder, right hand goes around the back. I actually need to assist my right hand to get up there in between the shoulder blades, palm facing out. Rotate your head slowly to the left, come into the squat deeper, and breathe. 2, pull in that spinal pelvic lock. 3, 4, 5, and 6. Oh, so good. Slowly come up, release the arms. Bring the feet back to center. Let's take a little walk to integrate that. Now I feel balanced. Now that we've done both sides. I feel like there's a left-right integration in the body. And yawning is a great sign that the parasympathetic nervous system is activating. I can still feel waves of heat releasing off my body too. So, check in, see how you feel in your body. We're gonna finish with the organ reset. And so we're gonna do fascial maneuvers to release the stress and tension from around the organs. which in turn are going to help our whole structure too, but also help improve digestion, kidneys, liver function, lungs, all the pieces. So let's charge up our hands, charge up our fingers, the built-in tuning forks that we have. We're going to start, ooh, you can feel the vibration. I didn't at first when I started this. I can definitely feel the tingling. So, starting at the belly button, that's our main navigation point. We're gonna go 2 inches over to the right, 2 inches down. You're gonna look for a little tight spot and press in. And if you can do this one of 2 ways, or you can do it both ways. You choose which way you wanna do this. You can either pull the skin up when you find that tight spot, or you can press in. Everybody's different, so you can press in and rotate and then pull up, which I like to do. Left hand goes on the trap. We're gonna pull into that ileocecal valve area, lean back a little bit, turn your head to the left, body to the right, and let's breathe. 2, 3, in through the nose, 2, 3. And we're going to do affirmations with this to help release the emotions from the organs. So you're going to say, if it feels appropriate for you to do so, you can repeat after me. Thank you, grief. I'm ready to let you go now. I no longer need to hold grief in my body. Let that go. Take a little walk. Actually feels lighter. I think possibly because we started with the fascial coffee. So we already got the organs supercharged and now we're releasing them directly on there. So coming back over to the belly button, we're going to release where the liver and gallbladder tension may be. So actually going to where the sternum is, base of the sternum. We're going to follow the rib around to the right. You'll find about halfway down there's like a tight spot on the soft part, not on the ribs, but on the soft part of your organs. You can actually feel your liver there. So I like to press in and rotate, or you can just pull up. I'm going to press in and rotate, pull up, left hand on the trap. Spinal pelvic lock is pulled in, turn your head to the left, body to the right, and let's breathe. 2, 3, in through the nose, 2, 3. And the liver can hold anger, so we're going to say, thank you, body, for holding this anger. I no longer need to hold this anger anymore. I'm ready to let it go now. And for the gallbladder, we're going to say, thank you, body, for holding on to this resentment until I was ready to let it go. I'm ready to let it go now. Slowly release, come back to center, and take a little walk. And we take a little walk. And with each organ I release, I feel lighter and more bubbly and giggly. So this can help with releasing the liver alone, just by itself. You can actually help release headaches, nervous tension, feelings of, as I said, anger and resentment. Okay, so now going over to the left side of the body. So over at the belly button, a couple inches over to the left, we're going to just grab onto the stomach, pull it towards the center of the body. Left hand on the trap, pulling in that spinal pelvic lock. We're going to get some support for our stomach. So turning the head to the left, body to the right, and let's breathe. 2, 3, in through the nose, 2, 3. And you can say, I believe in my body's ability to heal itself. I believe in myself. Come back to center and release. Take a little walk. And that can actually help with gas, bloating, and stomach aches. So This is a good one to do about an hour or so after a big meal, if you have a big meal. Now we're going to go down to the valve of Houston, which is the intestines over on the left side. So we're going to take our navigational spot from our belly button. We're going to go 2 inches over to the left, 2 inches down, and we're going to press into that tight spot with the right hand. Come into the thumbs up position, ooh, pulling up. I don't have the right spot, and it's different on everyone. And it's also different on each side. Another way you can navigate there is you can go midway point from the belly button to the hips diagonally. And it seems like I find it, I'm gonna go under my waistband. It seems like I find that spot better doing it that way. Once you find that tight spot, you know. It's like you know when you know. Press it and rotate, there we go. And then pull up. Left hand on the trap. Spinal pelvic lock in, head to the left, body to the right, and let's breathe. 2, 3. In through the nose, out through the mouth, breathe in. 2, 3. And for the intestines, we're going to say, I no longer need to overthink to feel safe in my body. You can let that go. You think about the function of the intestines is the digestion aspect. There's no need to over ruminate anymore to feel safe in my body. Let that go. Okay. Speaking of letting things go, we're going to go over to the bladder. The way you find your bladder is you go to the pubic bone and you just go a little bit up where it's soft. So pubic bone is hard, a little bit higher, soft, and you're going to press in, pull up, and just lean back a bit, and actually the bladder will kind of pop out into the hand. You can just pull up, and then left hand on the trap, spinal pelvic lock in, head to the left, body to the right, and let's breathe in through the mouth, out through the mouth. Breathe in. 2, 3. In through the nose. 2, 3. And the bladder represents fear. So say, thank you, fear, for protecting me. I no longer need this protection. I'm replacing this fear with confidence. So we've got belief for the stomach and confidence for the bladder. Come back to center and release and take a walk. We're going to work with the kidneys next. So we're going to activate the kidneys. Kidneys are the back side of your body. Your adrenals just sit on top of the kidneys. You're going to take your right hand, you're going to make a little cup, and you're just going to grab onto the rib cage on the side like that, kind of at bra height. Take your left hand, place it on your trap, and we're going to lean a little bit to the left, turn the head to the right, and we're going to activate the kidneys first. So notice how it feels in your hand right now. We're going to inhale through the mouth 3 times. And you should notice, maybe you notice that the kidney kind of popped out into the thumb, into the hands. And now we're going to breathe in through the mouth, out through the mouth. Breathe in. 2, 3. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Breathe in. You can put that right hip out. 2, 3. And thank you, kidneys, for powering my emotions in this world. Slowly come up. Kidneys can also be associated with fear, which we were releasing with the bladder. Are we feeling oxygenated yet? I'm telling you, look at world. Where oxygen to the brain is exactly what I needed. Okay, recharging our tuning forks. We're gonna do the same thing on the other side. Before we do, let's check in on the right side to the left side and see what you notice. I'm noticing I actually feel like this whole right side of my body is more at ease after releasing that side with the kidney, but also like my arm is hanging looser. The opening and the expansion created more space to breathe. So see what you notice. I can feel more tension. You can almost see it in my body too. There's more tension on this left side. So let's release the left side. Grabbing cut at the ribs, at bra height, or for men, it may be nipple height. And you're going to take the right hand on the trap. And we're going to lean to the right, rotate the head slowly to the left, and we're going to activate that kidney. Good. Now let's breathe in through the mouth, out through the mouth. Breathe in. Pulling in that spinal pelvic lock. 2, 3. In through the nose. 2, 3. Thank you, kidneys, for powering my emotions in this world. And I just got a cervical adjustment. My neck just is self-adjusted. Isn't that beautiful? And let's walk. Now, we're already experts now, right? From doing the sides, we're going to go right back to where you were on that left side with the kidney. I could still feel where my fingerprints were. And we're going to just bring the thumb back in a little closer to the spine. And you're going to take your right hand, place it on the trap. This is going to be for the spleen. So in this position, your thumb, feel where your thumb is right now, your left thumb. I'm like, I could feel my spleen. You're going to bring your chin to your chest, rotate the body, lean forward, look down at that right foot, and you should feel that spleen come out into your hand. And let's breathe. 2, 3. Nose. 2, 3. And the spleen holds worry, so we're going to say, thank you, body, for holding this worry. I no longer need to hold this worry in my body. I'm ready to let this worry go now. Slowly come out. You can also say, I replace this worry with trust. All about getting back in our bodies, belief and trust, right? Man, just wait till we do the brain-heart coherence. That's going to help integrate all of this release. Okay, so before we do heart-brain coherence, let's release what's in between the two. And this is the thyroid or throat chakra center as well. So you're going to take the right hand and place it on the front of your neck and just squeeze in gently and lift up. Take the left hand, make a little cup. I say make a little cup. Make like a little U. Place it on the back of the neck, directly behind it. So you're kind of like front and back. And we're going to breathe. Pulling in the spinal pelvic lock. Breathe in through the mouth, out through the mouth. Breathe in. 2, 3. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Breathe in. 2, 3. And the affirmation for our throat is all about our voice. Maybe we didn't feel safe to speak up. Maybe we did speak up and there were repercussions. So our affirmation today is, I feel safe to use my voice. I feel safe to speak up and speak my truth. The truth that is in my heart. With my words, I create my reality. Feels good to say, and let that go, and let's walk to integrate. Sighing is such a beautiful thing too. Sigh of release creates the whole vibration, like humming or toning, calming the whole nervous system, calming the vagus nerve. So let's finish up with the heart-brain coherence. I first learned about heart math about 15 years ago, and the Heart Math Institute. And so coming into coherence is coming into presence and connection with the heart center, and we're going to balance that out with our brain, because we spend so much time, most of us, in our heads, in our brains, in our minds, out of our bodies. We've spent great time together here today, getting back in our bodies. So let's go ahead and bring that coherence and that awareness back into the heart center. So take your right hand. We've charged up our tuning forks. Place your right hand over your heart, left hand on the top of the head, connecting to the brain. And I like to close my eyes if it feels safe for you to do so. You can close your eyes. Take a moment to check in and notice, what do you feel? I actually feel more sensation in my left hand on the top of my head, vibration and heat. And my heart's actually a little bit quiet right now. So we're going to bring that into coherence. And we're going to breathe together and imagine a circle. I like to imagine a circle of light coming from the heart out the back of where my heart would be on the back, up into the hand on the head, circling back around to the front hand where the heart is. So we're going to breathe together 3 times, in through the mouth, out through the mouth. And if you would like to envision this circle of light going around through between the hands, you can. Let's do this together. Breathe in. Drop the shoulders, 2. 3. In through the nose. 2. 3. And if it feels appropriate for you to do so, you can repeat after me. Thank you, heart, for holding all this pain and trauma until I was ready to let it go. I'm ready to let it go now. Thank you, brain, for telling me all the stories. We're ready to follow the heart now. Take a breath in and let that go. Bring the arms and the hands down. Take a walk to integrate. Notice how you feel in your body. I'm noticing more of a sense of openness. I'm actually noticing my posture is lifting up more, and I feel like I'm more heart-led in my posture rather than moving forward with my head. I feel like my heart is actually moving forward. So thank you for being a part of my class today.